to serve and protect citizens and to maintain law and order. And once these men and women leave the training grounds, they are deployed to some of the most hostile environments in Kenya. Here, in some parts of the Kenya's North region, they undergo the ultimate test for endurance. This is a lawless jungle where death lurks in the shrubbery. They have to adapt to boiling temperatures, dust and thirst. Here, the terrain is unforgiving, and the officers have to walk for hours in scorching heat in pursuit of cattle rustlers. Armed bandits roam the wilderness, and at times, the police are no match for crooks who know the region well. An ambush results in disaster. The death of 42 officers in Baragoi in 2012 and the recent killing of 22 policemen in Kapedo on the border between Baringo and Turkana County are a pointer to the dangers the policemen face. In places like Mandera and the long border stretch between Somalia and Kenya, several have been killed in explosions. This car, for example, was carrying officers along the Kenya-Somali border when an explosive device went off. All the occupants died here. But you may ask, aren't the officers supposed to face these dangers to protect us?
We do not encourage cowardice in the National Police Service. And that's why even in our National Police Service Act, there is a disciplinary offense that is called guilt of cowardice. That's why you don't see our officers running away from a scene of an incident like what we witnessed, because they have a duty to protect the people of this country.
Well, policemen who spoke to us on condition of anonymity say they are always ready to put their lives on the line for the security of the nation. Problem is, they lack basic facilities to defend us and stay safe. The situation is dire and they are often deployed into combat situations without protective equipment such as bulletproof vests, helmets, navigation equipment and vehicles for combat situations. Inspector General of Police David Kimayo admits the force lacks important equipment, but says,
by also looking at number of equipment that can make these officers to be comfortable as they execute their duties in the field. And this is part of the process of the equipment that is ongoing now at the moment. And we are seeing that these things cannot be just be coded today and satisfy everybody, but it's being rolled out, including even the other vehicles that is purposely meant for operational use.
The officers are not happy with the trucks available. Look at this one, for instance. When going to a combat zone, they face each other and can hardly cover the backs of colleagues. They say a truck like this one used by the Kenya Defence Forces is ideal. Perhaps the armored vehicles will save the day for the police. Also in focus is allowances. A fresh constable from college earns 15,000 shillings after tax. They get a 4% increase yearly. That's about 800 shillings. Those in the dangerous areas also get 5,000 shillings in hardship allowance.
In terms of remuneration, allowances and so forth, this is something that the government was able to do, to pay all our officers their pending allowances that was there before. And now it has been streamlined and the officers are getting the allowances that appear in their payslips. And then we are also establishing a committee under this regulation that we have now come up with to be able to sit and review the police salary.
But according to Kimayo, the hardship allowance disappears after serving for 3 months. The reason?
There's a clear government code of regulation that says when you work in a place for a certain period, then you cease to earn the allowance. But you have to earn your allowances within the period that is stipulated as per the regulations.
The matter is of great concern as it affects morale. Officers want the rule done away with. With the current allocations in the national budget, police bosses may not be able to do much with a huge budget deficit. Kimayo has been demanding an annual budget of 150 billion shillings, and the 67 billion allocated in the last budget may not be enough to plug the budget hole. The award of life insurance tender earlier this year may have soothed the hearts of these brave officers who risk their lives for the nation. But clearly, more needs to be done to take care of the men and women who comb these dangerous places to keep us safe. Michael Njenga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.